Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss temperature entropy diagram. Means a graph plotted in temperature entropy. Temperature entropy is known as temperature entropy diagram. Consider a Carnot cycle. This is the Carnot cycle. The working substance undergoes the four following processes: isothermal expansion, adiabatic expansion, isothermal compression, adiabatic compression. In Carnot engine, the working substance is we taken as ideal gas. Whatever it may be, the working substance in Carnot cycle undergoes all these four processes. Carnot cycle is the graph between pressure and volume. Here, this AB curve represents isothermal expansion at the temperature T1 of the source, and this BC curve represents adiabatic expansion where temperature falls from T1 to T2, and this CD curve represents isothermal compression at temperature T2 of the sink, where adiabatic compression
AD curve represents where
temperature increases from T2 to T1. Whatever it may be, the working substance undergoes all these four processes. First first curve in isothermal expansion, when the working substance is placed on source, here we place the working substance on source. From source, it absorbs some amount of heat energy continuously and maintains temperature T1. We make the working substance to expand, then its pressure decreases and volume increases. Here volume is along the y-axis and pressure is along the x-axis. Pressure is decreasing and volume is increasing. In adiabatic expansion, we keep the working substance on insulator. We keep the working substance on insulator. We already have studied this. We keep the working substance on insulator, so there is no exchange of heat energy. Still we make the working substance to expand. That expansion is called adiabatical expansion. Then temperature falls from T1 to T2 and pressure decreases and volume slightly increases. Here volume slightly increases. Now CD is a isothermal compression. Now we keep the working substance here on sink having temperature T2. Then the gas volume decreases and pressure increases. Pressure is increasing from this level to pressure is increased and volume decreases. Then in adiabatical compression, we keep the working substance again on insulator. There is no exchange of heat. When we keep on insulator, there is no exchange of heat. Here temperature increases from T2 to T1. This is all the four process done in Carnot cycle. Here when we observe clearly, here temperature in isothermal expansion is constant, and here also throughout the isothermal process temperature is constant. As the temperature is constant in isothermal processes, same way in adiabatical expansion and adiabatical compression, something is constant. That something is called as entropy, which is denoted by S is equals to Q by T in adiabatical process. Something is constant, which is known as entropy. In page number 68, Celsius said that as in isothermal expansion or isothermal compression, temperature is constant. Like that, in the adiabatical expansion or adiabatical compression, something is constant, that is known as entropy. Entropy is dQ by T. You can recall the concept in page number 68. Now, in the same way, we have drawn the graph P and V. In the same way, we have to draw the graph between T and S. That graph diagram is known as entropy temperature diagram. Now we have to observe how entropy is changing in these all four processes. Here temperature is constant, isothermal process temperature is constant. Isothermal process we write here, in isothermal process temperature is constant. What about entropy? When we observe in isothermal process, heat energy is absorbing from the source. Heat energy is absorbing from the source. So here entropy means S is equals to Q by T. Heat absorbing, so heat is changing. So temperature is constant. So heat is changing means here temperature we keep 4 value. For heat is absorbing, so heat is continuously changing. Heat is continuously absorbing 3, 4, 4 by 4, 5 by 4 like this. Heat is absorbing. So as we move like this, first heat is absorbed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As we move like this throughout the cycle, temperature is constant. Temperature is same 4, 4, 4. Temperature term is 4. Here value was 1. Here value more than 1. Here also value more than 1. Like the entropy is increasing. In isothermal expansion, temperature is constant, entropy is increasing. Now in what about in adiabatic expansion? Adiabatic expansion, temperature is decreasing. Here temperature is decreasing from T1 to T2. Temperature is decreasing from T1 to T2. What about entropy? We know that in adiabatic process, entropy is constant. Now, next in isothermal compression. In isothermal compression, when we observe, here temperature is constant. See, temperature is constant. T is constant. What about entropy here? Here, temperature is constant and heat is released from the working substance. So, entropy decreases. Here entropy means S is equals to Q by T. Heat is releasing, heat is for example 8 and temperature is here fall to 2. Heat is released, it becomes 6 by 2. 2 amount of heat is released. Again 4 by 2, 2 by 2. Like that entropy is getting reduced. Here entropy is 2. Here entropy is also 2. Again we move 1 by 1. Here entropy is 1. Here entropy is 3. Here entropy is 4. Entropy is going to decrease in isothermal compression. In adiabatic compression, this process, temperature is increasing from T2 to T1. Temperature increasing from T2 to T1. Now entropy, what is the change in entropy in adiabatic compression is, entropy is constant. Entropy is constant. In all adiabatic process, entropy is constant, but temperature change. As we draw a graph between pressure and volume, now based on this data, we are going to draw a graph between temperature and entropy. This is the graph. This is the temperature on y-axis and entropy on x-axis. I take two intervals for entropy. This is S1 and this is S2. S1, S2. And for temperature, as we taken here, I will take here T2 and here T1. Now I start the graph. I will take here first in isothermal expansion process, temperature is constant and entropy is increasing. Entropy increasing. I consider entropy is increasing from S1 to S2. So I draw a graph like this, straight line, AB. Here this line represents isothermal expansion where temperature is constant throughout the line T1 AB, where entropy is changing. As we said, entropy is increasing from S1 to S2. Next, in adiabatic expansion, temperature falls from T1 to T2. Temperature have to fall, T1 to T2. Temperature have to fall here, T1 to T2. Temperature have to fall, but entropy is constant. So we will draw a straight line BC. Here see, when we observe this line represents temperature is falling from T1 to T2 and entropy is constant. Here at this point, the entropy is S2. Here at this point entropy is S2. Here also entropy is S2 and temperature only changed to T2. This represents adiabatic expansion. This is isothermal expansion. Now we will write isothermal compression. Here temperature is constant. Whatever it may be the temperature here, temperature is constant. Here T2, so it remains T2, but entropy decreases. Here we are write an entropy is decreasing. So entropy decreases to again S1. See, entropy from S1 to S2 to S1 decreased and temperature is same. There is no change in temperature. D. Next, in adiabatic compression, here temperature increases from T2 to T1 and entropy is constant. So we write this line. In theory also we have to write the same thing. We have to explain the line AB represents isothermal expansion where temperature is constant and entropy is changing from S1 to S2 for this curve. And next, from B to C, a line represents adiabatic expansion. Temperature is changing from T1 to T2, falling from T1 to T2 and entropy is constant. And the line DC represents isothermal compression where entropy is changing from S2 to S1 where temperature is constant. From here, this line DA represents adiabatic compression where the temperature is increasing from T1 to T2 and entropy is constant. Entropy is constant. This is the temperature and entropy graph, which is called as temperature and entropy diagram. We got a rectangle. This rectangle represents the area of the TS diagram, gives the available thermal energy for useful work in reversible process. Here reverse process is done. This rectangle represents the available thermal energy for the useful work. This is the temperature entropy graph. Now we are going to calculate the efficiency from a temperature entropy graph and we will discuss uses of this TS diagram. Now this is the temperature and entropy diagram. By using this diagram, we can calculate the efficiency of the engine or efficiency of the reversible process. Here in isothermal process, the entropy is changed from S1 to S2. In this process, isothermal process AB, entropy is changed from S1 to S1 to S2. The change in entropy, increase in entropy is increased. So increased in entropy is equals to S2 minus S1. Here S2 is big increased, so here change in entropy, increase in entropy is S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1. This amount of entropy is increased. Next, in isothermal expansion, Q1 amount of heat is absorbed by the working substance, and in isothermal compression process, that Q2 amount of heat is released by the working substance. Now we know that entropy formula, change in entropy, ds is equals to dq by T. Here dq represents how much heat energy is absorbed. Here we can write dq is equals to T into ds. dq is q1. In this process, dq is q1. How much energy is absorbed? Q1. So we substitute q1 in the place of dq. And here temperature is T1. Here temperature is T1 constant. So we write in the place of T1. And ds, change in entropy. Entropy is changed from S1 to S2. Change in entropy is increased. What is the value of ds, change in entropy? S2 minus S1. So we write S2 minus S1 here. Now when we observe clearly, this Q1 is equal to A to F represents T1. A to F line represents T1. So we write in the place of T1 AF into S2 minus S1 represents this line AB. So write in the place of S2 minus S1 AB. Here this AF into AB. AF is this one. AF, this one, this line, and this is AB. This is a rectangle. ABEF is a rectangle, big rectangle. Here ABEF is a rectangle. Here AF is one of the side length, and this is one of the sides. Product of two sides in a rectangle is equals to area of the rectangle. The area, we write this as area of a rectangle ABEF. ABEF. This is Q1. Q1 we write in terms of area. In the same way, we write, this is a isothermal expansion process. In isothermal expansion process, we got Q1. In the same way, in isothermal compression process, in this process, here dq is equals to T into ds, same formula. Here change in heat energy is released. Q2 amount of energy is released, so we write in the place of dq Q2. Here temperature is T2. So into here ds is change in entropy, same value, S2 minus S1. Entropy is changed from S2 to S1. Same value is changed. Entropy also. How much value is increased here? Same value is reduced here in this process. So say in the place of T2 means here this is T2. This DF line represents T2. DF represents T2. So we write in the place of T2 DF into here S2 minus S1. We take the line DC. So we write DC. So DF is one of the side of the rectangle of DCEF, and DC is also one of the side of this rectangle DCEF. So we write this product of this side and this side. We write this area of DCEF. Now available energy per cycle converted into useful work is equals to Q1 minus Q2. So we write Q1, we got here Q1 this value, and here Q2 this value in the form of area. We write area ABEF minus area of DCEF. So we are writing area. In this graph, the overall, from this overall rectangle, we are removing this rectangle, the area of ABEF, this overall big rectangle. We are removing the small rectangle DCEF. We are removing this rectangle. We have only ABCD. Area ABCD is balanced. Area ABCD. Now the area of the TS diagram, this area of the TS diagram ABCD gives the available thermal energy that can be converted into useful work. This area represents available energy converted into useful work. This area represents ABCD. So now how we are calculating efficiency? Now here the efficiency can be calculated. How the efficiency is calculated means efficiency is equals to, we have formula Q1 minus Q2 by Q1. This is the formula for efficiency. We substitute Q1 and Q2. Here Q1 minus Q2 is area of ABCD. We write in the place of Q1 minus Q2 area ABCD. Here Q1 is area of ABEF. Area ABEF Q1. So we write this here area ABCD can be written as A into AD. A into, this is rectangle, so we write in the form of length into breadth, AB into AD. By same way ABEF, this rectangle ABEF can be written as length into breadth, AB into AF. For cancelling AB and efficiency is equals to AD by AF, which is equals to AD means here AD, we need AD. This is AD means T1 minus T2. AD is T1 minus T2. So T1 minus T2, and AF means T1. This is the efficiency. Here AD by AF, ratio of AD by AF on TS diagram gives the efficiency. Gives the efficiency. What is the uses of this TS diagram is to check the efficiency of heat engine. The main application is efficiency of heat engine. Efficiency of heat engine. Efficiency of heat engine. And second, to obtain the work value of a fuel used. Work value, to obtain the work value of a fuel used. What is the fuel you are using, what is the work it is giving, we can calculate the work value of the fuel we used. By drawing this graph, we can predict, we can estimate the defects in the performance of an engine. This is very much great. This is use is very much great use. Great use of this TS diagram is predicting. We can predict means we can estimate the defects. We can estimate the defects before they are designing. Defects in the performance of the engine. Performance of the engine. These are the 3 points. Finally, the fourth use is in metrology. Metrology means determination of embracing the experimental and theoretical determination of uncertainty in any field of science and technology is called metrology. We can distinguish the experimental and theoretical uncertainty, metrology. These are the 4 uses of TS diagram.